People always ask me how Manchester compares to London for renting, and honestly, they're different enough that a direct comparison doesn't do either city justice. So instead, I'm going to answer a simpler question. Is £1,000 a month enough to rent somewhere decent in Manchester city centre right now? I went through over 40 real listings to find out. I applied the exact same framework I use for London listings, just in a new city. In this video, I'll show you 6 real apartments available right now in the neighbourhood of Castlefield at £1,000 a month or less. I'll tell you exactly which ones are genuinely worth it and which ones are a trap. We're starting with this flat listed at £950 a month. It's a 9-minute walk from Deansgate, which is the closest station. The agent provided a video tour, so let's have a look. So here we're starting with the utility closet, where there is space for a washing machine and storage. Then on the left we have the bedroom, which is a good size. There is space for a large bed, bedside tables, and storage. I like that the window has an open view. Then we have the living room with the open plan kitchen. The furnishing is not super modern. Black sofa, weird chairs, it degrades the vibe slightly. I do like that we have 2 big windows that are floor to ceiling. Now about the view. We're looking at a road, cars, and car parks, which is not the most exciting. But I really like that at least it's an open view. There is nothing blocking the view. If you want a TV, the fact that we have these 2 windows here might make it slightly hard to put the TV somewhere practical. And then the kitchen is quite basic. We only have the bare minimum in terms of storage. They didn't use the wall to put in more storage. There is a fridge, stove, oven, and a couple of cupboards. Not a lot of countertop space, and I doubt that we have any kind of dishwasher or fancy appliance. And then the bathroom. It's a good size. It might need a bit of repainting, but other than that, it's good enough. There is a shelf and there is a bath. Overall, it's an okay option, but it comes with a couple of compromises. The living room is not easy to furnish, the bathroom needs a bit of maintenance, and the kitchen has limited storage. Still in Castlefield, we also have this flat listed at £995 a month. The closest station is still Deansgate and it's a 6-minute walk. It's a 1-bedroom flat with a big hallway. Then here we have the living room with big floor-to-ceiling windows. The furnishing is not super inspiring either, but it's fine. It's also not super private because you can say hello to your neighbors by the window, but it's hard to avoid in the city center. There is a sofa, a coffee table, a dining table, and chairs. And then at the back there is the open plan kitchen. It's quite basic in terms of quality. I do like that there is a window above the sink and we have a good amount of countertop space and a good amount of storage. And a proper stove oven, which is not a big deal here. It's not like in London where you should consider yourself lucky to have a kettle in your studio. Then this is the bedroom, which is a good size. There is space for a double bed or even a king size if you'd like, bedside tables and a good amount of storage. Next we have the bathroom, which is in good condition. There is a bath, there is a big mirror and a large shelf to put your stuff. It's decent, it's good enough. Back in the hallway, we have integrated closets, and I like that there is also a window here. That's a good representation of what this budget gets you in this neighborhood. My verdict? Solid choice, this one earns its price. But if the furniture puts you off, the next one might be a better match for you. It's also listed at £995 a month, but it's on the other side of Castlefield this time. So the closest station, which is still Deansgate, is an 18-minute walk, which is a bit longer than I usually try to do, but I think the flat is worth it. So let's have a look. So we're starting in the living room, which is fine. The furniture is a bit random, nothing really goes together. But there is a sofa, coffee table, a table, and a couple of chairs, and the view is decent. Then at the back we have the kitchen, where we have an integrated full-size fridge, a modern stove oven, and a good amount of storage on the wall. For the bedroom, it's fine. It's not small, it's not big either. We have a bit of storage, a double bed, a large window, and more integrated storage on this side, which is good. The bathroom is much better than average. It is bigger than average, I really like the tiles, it looks much higher quality, and it looks like it's in perfect condition. My verdict, slightly higher quality finish than the previous two, especially the bathroom, just factor in the longer walk to the station. Now, before I move on, I want to show you something. Because on paper, this next flat looks identical to the ones I just showed you. Same price, same area, same square footage, but there is a reason why I'm not recommending it. It's listed at £950 a month, still in Castlefield. The layout is also the same, with the same kind of bathroom, even though they went with a bit of a higher quality with the tiles here. There is this room with no window, which could be used as storage, I guess. Then this is the living room, which is super, super dark. Even the photos couldn't hide it. And this is because of this big balcony. Yes, it's a plus, but the upstairs neighbors also have one and it's blocking the light completely. The rules I always apply is to count the number of windows in the living room and bedroom specifically, check if there is a balcony, and check the direction that the flat is facing. North-facing and lower floor flats will always have this darkness problem, no matter how the pictures are taken. That's why we need to know exactly what the standard is, so we can compare each property and go for the best one. Yes, Manchester is often cloudy and dark, but there is dark and there is super dark. My verdict? Hard pass. This one is a trap. This is exactly the kind of thing I look for when I work with clients. The kind of flaws that are easy to miss on the listing, but become obvious when you know what to look for. Okay, so you probably noticed that these flats are decent, but they're not wow. They kind of all look the same and they don't scream modernity. So I did a bit more research to understand what it would take to get something with a bit more personality. The answers are renting in a flat share or upping the budget a little bit. This is what you could get in the same budget if you were willing to share. This listing is for an ensuite bedroom in a flat share of 4, advertised at £895 a month. The bedroom looks super modern, it's decorated with taste and it's practical. There is a double bed and a desk, an integrated wardrobe, and a big window with a city view. It's not super spacious, but it's still a decent size. The bathroom is also super modern, practical, and spotless. You would also have access to this shared living room and kitchen. The photos are not the best to get a good feel of the space, but overall it has the same vibe. It looks brand new and it's very neat. There is also a gym in the building, a laundry room, a lounge, and a residence bar, but you need to pay a separate membership to get access to the facilities. My verdict: interesting if you're open to sharing. Now, if the new build vibe is not for you and you're looking for something with a bit more personality, the next one is exactly what you need. This is the winner of today's selection by far, but it comes at a cost. It's listed at £1,100 a month and it is a split level, ground and lower ground floor. I'm usually not a fan of ground floor flats. The lack of natural light and security concerns tend to outweigh the benefits, but I would make an exception for this one. There is a large living room with a beautiful wooden floor and space for a desk area. The kitchen is also very spacious, with a good amount of storage, a nice countertop, and a dining area. Then downstairs we have the bedroom, which has minimal furnishing here but is a decent size. The bathroom is great. There is a bath, a big mirror, and a large shelf. And there is another room that they turn into a huge walk-in closet or dressing room, which is a very cool surprise. And cherry on the cake, there is a little gym in the building. My verdict: as I said, it's the winner, but it will cost you. If you need help with your flat search in Manchester, there is a link in the description to book a free call with me. We'll talk about your requirements and see how I can help. I typically work with 3 to 4 clients a month and I offer consultation calls if you just need a second opinion, application support to help you stand out to landlord, or full relocation packages for those moving from abroad. And if you want to explore listings in other cities, you can click here for a London deep dive or here for a focus on Paris.